Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to one heck of a replay. This is from one of my subscribers and Discord members, GravityCat24, as you can see there at the bottom. It's a battle from the 3rd of January, and I'm not gonna give away too much here at the beginning, but note how long the timer is up in the upper right. It's a 29.5-minute long battle. So that generally indicates something good. I mean, he could have just hidden in a corner and, you know, not been too scared to show his face. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. So what I'm going to do here is, there are a few parts that are kind of long interludes in between combat and battle happening. So I will either fast forward or cut them out. Most likely fast forward, so you can still see that nothing happened and I'm not hiding anything from you. And with that, we pick up the action right about here in this stunningly beautiful looking machine here, the Ersatz M10. And we pick up an T-25. He's just a little short on his first shot. Makes a very good adjustment. And with his second shot, boom, there's kill number 1. So you can see another tank off to the left here. You can see its turret now. Remember, this is a replay, so we can see the enemy markers, and remember that he couldn't see that. So now he took a hit from this M56. And what a great shot that was, hitting it right in the breach and knocking it out with a hull break instead of a pen through the gun shield that didn't do anything. And then almost a third shot in 4 kills there on the second T-25. Now, this T-25 was squatted up with the first T-25, so he surely would have known that Gravity Cat was here. But pretty good work. Now, we can see an M56 off there to the right, but of course he couldn't see it hidden in the woods. And by now, the enemy team surely would have been talking about where he was here. And you hear a shot go over him. There's a T-29. Watch this shot. This is insanity. What a hilariously lucky bounce. The underside, the underside of the chin, and it deflects downwards and detonates the T-29 from the front. So not really much of a surprise. He comes back in his premium D13, and not much of a surprise that he goes looking for the guy who killed him. Most of us are going to do that. You know where it is. You also know it's an M56. You're coming back in a plane. You know you can probably take it out with your cannons, and that's exactly what he does here. So not a surprise whatsoever. And then looking back down into their spawn, even without the markers on, you'd surely be able to see that there's some juicy bombing opportunities there. And as you loop back around, me personally, I would aim to drop my bomb directly in between those 2 M16s. And I think that's what he was doing, but unfortunately, those 2 M16s had different plans. So we come now to the Tiger H1. So our Tiger H1 has reached a point where he can spot the enemies coming out of the exit of their spawn and start getting some nice binocular shot work here. First shot just a little bit long, adjusts back with his binoculars, lines up his shot, And on the reload, the shot probably would have been good, but you can see in the background with the marker that the M16 luckily for the M16, had moved off to the right to head in towards the cap. Speaking of the caps, both caps are being taken. Now this M41A1 here somehow survives this first shot down into the crew compartment that I thought sure should have been a one-hit detonation, but no matter, the follow-up shot will take care of that. And there's 6 kills. And a bounce now from either a Chiri 2 or the Jumbo 76 that's firing at him. No matter. The real danger here being from the 76, but the Chiri gets taken out very quickly, so really the only danger was from the Jumbo 76 there. A little good look at it with the binoculars. And then what a heck of a shot that was through the angled side armor of the Jumbo. And that's a dangerous enemy dealt with. So we're up to 8 kills so far. I'm specifically trying not to give away the final total here. It's more than 8, I'll tell you that. Little bit of a near miss there. You can see a couple enemies back there. Obviously, it wouldn't have been a shot from that M16 that he just barely misses and then tries to engage with the machine gun. He gets some hits and probably popped all the tires, which sort of seems like it should stop the M16 from moving, but no such luck. And as he zooms in and dials in the range on the Cheeto late respawn. There we go. You can't really argue with that shot. Center mass on the high frontal armor plate. That's going to work pretty much 99% of the time with the Tiger. So we can see an M18 moving in to challenge the B point here. And I should have noted before, I meant to mention it, he has a full squad of 4 people that he's playing with here, and that does help. So I haven't talked to him much about the battle, besides he posted a screenshot of his results, and I said, oh my god, you need to send me that replay. I need to check that out and probably make a video out of it, and of course here we are making a video. So I haven't really talked to him too much about it, but I'm sure they were involved in voice communication, because why else would you have a squad of 4? That M36 is wishing he stayed at home in bed today. Peeling potatoes would be better than what he's about to endure. So we're up to a double ace battle now. We're moving up to help repair the squad mate and the Panther. And really, it's a good thing that German logistical planners had the forethought to include a long barrel 75 gun for a Panther in the spare parts kit of every Tiger H1. Otherwise, they really would have been in trouble here and not been able to repair this Panther's blown off end of gun barrel. I mean, maybe a simple hacksaw would do in the meantime, but for now, luckily there was a spare high-velocity 75 gun. And now the Allies are in a lot of trouble because we've got a full 4 squad of 3 Tigers and a Panther A, the second best Panther in the game, rolling up in force towards the enemy capture point. The only thing that can possibly stop this now would be, like, either a very well-hidden M36 cleverly camouflaged behind a fence, or maybe Allied air power. Or, you know, maybe both of those things. So, unfortunately, they just lost half their squad there, but 10 kills, 3 deaths so far, and he's far from done. So we've arrived back up to the battle. The Tiger he's been searching around, spotting a lot of enemy air up. It's a bit of a concern. Although, honestly, you have to wonder how they didn't notice this Tiger coming out of the spawn. For all I know, they could have been talking about it, but these airplanes have overflown him about 5 times, and none of them seem to notice. Unfortunately for this M10, he did notice him, and ouch. That looks like the tank commander probably took one right in the brain there, which was enough to set off the fuse in the PZGR shell. And that's too bad. Now notice the Jumbo 76, they're off to the right. Yeah. So the Jumbo 76 managed to get over here and flank our boys, and he takes both of them out. Now, the irony here for this Jumbo 76 is he managed to get a direct flank shot in on our guys moving straight away from their spawn, and then somehow didn't account for the fact that that would place his flank exposed side directly away from their spawn as well. Now, I know he's got a lot of targets to worry about that he's looking at over there, and he's been spotted and scouted, or at least hit and damaged and marked here, but I can only imagine the utter glee on Gravity Cat's face as he just crept up to the Jumbo 76 with an HE shell loaded in his Brummbär's 150mm Delito cannon, and just kept peeking up. I'm sure he was expecting at any moment to see that thing's turret pointed right at him, but no, nope. Beauty. That had to be a sweet moment. There's no way that wasn't a sweet moment right there. So a little more difficult to make those long-range shots here. So he rather wisely chose to just go in and get in among the close-range combat with the enemies, in among the trees and such at the B point. And somehow, I don't know if you noticed what that shell hit that just didn't damage him. It took the right side extra road wheels off. That's how close that was to probably doing serious damage to his Brummbär. But it actually just cleaned off those spare road wheels on the right side of the back of the hull. That was a close one. And here we have a poor, unsuspecting Chi-Nu 2. Now, anytime you can get more than one kill with the Brummbär is pretty good, but he still wasn't even done yet. Pretty nice to take a Jumbo and a Chi-Nu 2 out, but watch this. This is a thing of beauty right here as well. T-29 distracted by an Ostwind, a lot of artillery coming in on him. Allows Das Brummbär to sneak right up close and just hit that T-29 with a Delito-tronic shot. Unfortunately, he got pretty quickly taken out afterwards by a Sherman. It sounded like multiple hits, but a Sherman for sure took him out. But if you can pick up 3 kills with a Brummbär in at least a 5.7 battle, you're not doing too badly. So, Das Wirbelwind has arrived back into the battle area. And very smartly, he's managed to get a flanking position around the main combat area here, because if you'll notice at the bottom, he's got the APIT shells, but not the PZGR-40s. The PZ-40 shells. Not the HVAP shells, at any rate. I can't remember specifically what they're called. Pretty good work on this T-20 here. Unfortunately, without the best HVAP shells, it's just probably not going to go through. Good work to at least distract the T-20 and let your guys get his attention. Not really going to be able to do much against the T-20 or the M26 here, honestly, except from absolute point-blank range, which probably would have worked if not for the other tanks coming up close from the left, like that Sherman there. The M26 is almost totally blind to the Wirbelwind, but probably would have been smart to get an ambush on this Sherman here instead, and that's exactly what he's setting up to do, assuming that the Sherman is not aware of him. But as you could tell, the Sherman was very definitely aware of him. And good shooting on there. You're hitting him in the right spot, but it's just not going to work without the best possible shells, unfortunately. So this made me laugh. I don't know what's up with the parachute, the string of parachutes there underneath the air spawn. I just thought it was funny. So the first pass, nothing doing. The only target that it was really in good bombing position was already destroyed. And that was the one inside the cap, which is rightly where he was focusing his attention. Now he comes around here, and we've got a nice chance to take a T-29 out for his 15th kill, but he dropped his bomb just a bit late. And unfortunately, didn't get a whole lot of damage except for machine gun, really, on the T-29. Textbook Dora landing. So watch this P-61's fire reach his fuel tanks. Oh. So coming up here, we're probably going to have a bit of debate about this move that he makes in the comments. And after he makes this bomb run, I will give you my 2 cents on it. So we've got an enemy tank that makes it into their cap. It's a T-29. We've got a Tiger 1 moving in on it and another Tiger. Just to make sure that this enemy T-29 does not capture the point, he runs a suicide bomb run right into it. Now, I hate suicide bombing as much as the next person. I will also do it as much as the next person when the situation calls for it. And in this case, I probably would call it justified simply because he stopped an enemy heavy tank from capturing their point. They did have heavy tanks coming up to defend it, but a T-29 could deal with any of the heavies that they had coming up to the point frontally, so I don't know. I'm sure the debate will rage on in the comments section, but me personally, I can justify that one simply because it's battle and that does determine the outcome of the game. In any case, he's back in the Eagle Owl, and with the triple ace so far in the battle, it's time to do some work. back around on this poor, hapless, open-topped M56. Not going to survive a strafing run from all those cannons on the front of this thing. And that's kill number 17. With an assist to go along with it. The Allies had all their airplanes up just a little bit too early. Not that that's surprising. And we've got an M18 firing his 50 cal away at the HE-219 here, giving away his position. Maybe not the best move. And watch this nice little firing pass here. Pick off the M18 in the woods for kill 18. And then within the same strafing run, finish off an M16 for kill number 19. And, oh, by the way, he's still not done yet. The battle is nearly finished, because this is the last guy left on the enemy team now. But coming in for a low strafing pass on an M15, detonate him. Get a little too close to the ground, but yeah. That's the 20th kill in this battle for Gravity Cat. 8,003 score. 20 kills, 1 assist. I don't even care. They had 8 deaths because he still had 20 kills. Still better than a 2-to-1 ratio. Not bad. Not bad at all. And that was the end of the enemy team. One hell of a battle. And as you can see here, here's the end results of all the kill totals. Pretty good work. Good work amongst their squad, but really, really good battle by Gravity Cat there. Very impressive. You could almost finish off all of the kills, all of the 40 kills for the daily festive quest task, except some of the kills were with airplanes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And once again, great battle there, Gravity Cat. Thank you for sharing the replay with me. And thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.